Alrighty, yo, this is what's going on, everybody. It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to 10 interesting things 2K used to have. This should be interesting. I don't know why dude won't like tap into other video games, like tap into NBA Live, tap into NBA Ballers, tap into NBA Street. It's like you running the 2K well dry, but let's watch this video though. Let's see if this is something interesting. Let's get it.
2K has had a lot of interesting things. Whether it was having your own crib with minigames, signing autographs to earn VC, or being able to play against a team full of players who were 4 years old. 2K has had some really interesting features, and a lot of people either forgot about them or never even knew they existed. And that's why today we're looking at 10 interesting things 2K used to have.
They know he's gonna keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for.
What? Hey, yo.
Number 10.
And number 10, we have the crib. This one goes all the way back to the older 2Ks, like 2K6 and 2K7. Back when MTV Cribs was huge.
Show you some more of my stuff. MTV Cribs.
And 2K decided they wanted a cool addition to the game, so they added the crib. It was basically the first version of what we now know as a My Court, except there was no actual court to shoot on. Instead, it was just your player's apartment. But as you played the game, you earned crib points, which let you unlock furniture, posters, jerseys, and you definitely can't forget about the bobbleheads. But it was pretty cool. You could walk around, look at your accomplishments, decorate the room, and even look out the window at that amazing view.
Man, get the fuck out of here. That's a that's a PNG file. Fuck out of here, bro. That's a JPG file, bro. That's a GIF or a GIF, whatever you call that shit. Fuck out of here. But absolutely, man, this was a dope ass concept. I mean, obviously they improved it with the My Court, which is a good thing. But at the same time, it'd be nice to have this as an offline feature, where you can, because I just wish video games would go back to rewarding you for just playing the game. They don't even reward you for playing the game. They punish you for not spending money. That's the crazy part, bro. That's what I hate about video games today, bro. They punish you for not putting money in their pockets instead of rewarding you for just playing the game. If I bought the game, I'm supporting you. Why are you punishing me because I don't want to put microtransactions on it? Like, let me just play the game and have fun. And these were just simpler times. And then people keep talking about, man, the PlayStation 2 era overrated. The PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, the GameCube, Dreamcast era overrated. No, it's not. Simpler times, better times. More content in one game. A game that was supposed to last you an entire year. Imagine how much work they put into one game that was supposed to keep you occupied for an entire year. They put their hearts and soul into this shit. Y'all niggas just don't know, bro. Y'all young niggas gotta stop talking, bro, to us old niggas, bro. We know what we had, bro. Y'all young niggas didn't have it like we had it, bro. Trust me, our time was better than y'all time, bro. Trust me, it really is.
But the coolest part was that you also could play mini games in there, like air hockey and darts. Stuff that had nothing to do with basketball, but it gave you something to do outside of playing the game itself. But it made it feel like your time actually mattered, because everything you earned was saved here, and they even gave you a trophy case to show those off as well, just like we have in today's games. Looking back, this was way ahead of its time, and honestly, it's kind of crazy to think that this idea existed way before My Courts were even close to being a thing. But 2K letting you be on MTV Cribs was cool.
This is my favorite flavor vitamin water right here. Bam!
But what we have next is much more confusing at
Number 9.
At number 9, we have Frisbee Golf. In 2K20, 2K decided to randomly add Frisbee Golf to the neighborhood. You would grab a Frisbee from the rack, hold the right stick back, flick it forward, and try your best to land it in the target. But the most interesting part is you could actually get VC if you got a par. But going over par earned you absolutely nothing. But like most current things that 2K tries to add to the game, some of the ideas are there, but the execution is just awful, and instead of improving them, they just drop the ideas completely. I don't think anybody knows why this was really added. Maybe Ronnie 2K played a ton of Frisbee Golf one summer, and then he got them to add it to the game. Who knows? But hey, at least it gave you some free VC. And Frisbee Golf was definitely an interesting thing to be in 2K, but there's another interesting thing that we used to be able to do at
Number 8.
At number 8, we have choosing your nickname. We all know that every year in my career, no matter how good or bad the story looks, we're gonna be getting some bum-ass nickname like MP or whatever 2K forces on us that year. But back in older 2Ks, you actually had the option to choose your own nickname, and they had some pretty wild ones. You could pull a Jason Collins and go around having dudes call you Big Daddy.
Here's Big Daddy. He takes it in.
Hey, yo, hey, yo.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Actually, they still let, I don't know. I know in 2K23 you could still choose your nickname, but they would definitely still call you MP just because.
Wow! Crazy good!
Or pick some of the fan favorites like Lights Out or Insanity. It made your My Player feel way more personalized, like it was actually your career instead of a scripted character that everyone else was playing as well. It's a super small thing, so obviously it's not like it really matters, but it's definitely interesting that you used to be able to choose your nickname instead of dealing with whatever they gave you that year. And choosing the nickname is one thing, but you were actually able to use that name at
Number 7.
At number 7, we have signing autographs for VC. In 2K13, they actually let you earn VC when you weren't even on the actual game itself. There was a My NBA 2K app where you could choose to do mini games.
Man, I remember these right here, boy. These right here. I remember being on all these apps, bro. Every app for every year. The 2K13 one, the 2K14 one, the 2K13, 2K14 ones. I was on the heaviest. I was on those the heaviest, bro. Trying to get as much VC as possible, bro. I'd be in school. This is back when I was addicted to 2K, bro. I would be in school, bro. I'd be on my phone, bro. I gotta get this VC right here. I'd be doing everything, bro, to get some VC, dog. It's fiending for that shit. I hate to admit it, but boy, yeah, that brother was starving. Boy, I was starving for that VC, dog. So that way, as soon as I got home from school, hop right on 2K. Yeah.
Take my money, my house and my cars.
Yeah, brother was starving for that VC back then.
Like signing autographs where you'd be
Nigga was broke. I ain't had no job.
for fans in my career. It was pretty simple. You created a signature, then quickly tried to replicate it for fans within a minute, similar to how athletes do it in real life. And there were other mini games you could play, but the autograph one was the easiest method. And that was simply because it was the fastest. And honestly, it was kind of cheese. You'd earn up to 1,000 VC at a time, but you didn't have to wait for any type of daily timer. You could just close the app, reopen it, sign more autographs, and keep earning VC over and over again.
Glitching that shit.
Honestly, it makes sense. You're in the NBA, you're going to be signing autographs. I know it's different, but that's definitely what makes it interesting. Nowadays, the app is mostly just for locker codes, 2K TV, or to push my team, so that leads to a lot of people not even knowing that this was a part of the game. And signing autographs is interesting, but it's going to be a lot harder to do that with what we have at
Number 6.
At number 6, we have getting hurt in my career. Back in older 2Ks, your My Player could actually get injured and miss games. If the injury wasn't too serious, you sometimes had the option to
Man, I remember they used to do that shit for 2K11. I remember, bro. I went up for a dunk. I got blocked. I tried to dunk on LeBron, and I got blocked. And I came down, and when I came down, I was taking too long to get up. I'm thinking, okay, it's just one of those long ass animations. No, my player never got up. I was like, what the fuck going on with my player? Glitch or something? Nigga, I think fucking Chris Bosh hit a 3 in the corner, and then they called a timeout and zoomed in my player. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Nigga, my player was out for I missed the All-Stars. I missed the All-Star game because of this shit. It was like 2 weeks before the All-Star game. I ain't come back to like damn near March. I was mad, bro. I missed the All-Star game. I immediately deleted that player and just made a new one. I deleted that player and made a new one. I started over from scratch. I didn't even care.
play through it.
I don't know how the team is going to perform in my absence.
Or if you couldn't be bothered with that, you could just sit out, which meant simming games until your guy was healthy again.
I'll tell you one thing, I certainly don't plan on rushing back from this.
It made the mode feel more realistic because obviously injuries happen all the time, and it made my career feel unpredictable. And it was definitely an interesting change if you decided to play through an injury, because your dude was running around thriving in pain. And it's crazy to think that this was once in the game, because in my career, nowadays injuries are non-existent. That is unless they're part of the storyline. That being said, I do understand why it was removed and why people either love it or hate it, but it definitely made my career way more interesting. And getting hurt is one thing, but we have something even more interesting at
Number 5.
At number 5, we have cutscenes in 2K7. A lot of people think that the first 2K game with cutscenes was 2K14, but 2K actually had cutscenes way before that. In 2K7's 24/7 mode, which was basically the early versions of a My Career, for the first time 2K added a full story-driven career mode with cutscenes and voice acting, and it honestly was way ahead of its time, especially for basketball games.
Go team?
And the cutscenes were kind of crazy. You played games trying to earn an invitation to the Legends charity tournament at Rucker Park, and you even had a rival named Bernard.
Bernard Skills Rogers game.
It was really a shell of what My Career would eventually become in 2K14, except this man was no Jackson Ellis.
Guess what? Right now, I got my finger on you. And I'm about to have a whole lot more.
What?
And the story had some cool moments and others that were just so cringy all you could do was laugh.
Yo, man, is that Skills with an S or a Z?
But that being said, it did have about 8 to 10 hours of cutscenes and gameplay, and it's definitely interesting that this is the actual first 2K game with cutscenes in a My Player type mode. And 2K7 having cutscenes was definitely interesting, but not as interesting as what we have at
Number 4.
At number 4, we have the greatest mode from 2K12. In 2K11, one of the most beloved modes was the Jordan Challenges. So in 2K12, 2K introduced the NBA's greatest mode, but it wasn't just Michael Jordan this year. The NBA greatest mode had a ton of legends, guys like Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, and even Dr. J. And what made this mode so different from the Jordan Challenges is that it wasn't actually about completing any moments or completing any specific objectives. You just had to win the game. And you didn't just complete these moments for fun, you unlocked legendary teams and players. And another cool thing that this mode had, for the really old school legends like Jerry West and Bill Russell, 2K even used a black and white filter, so it actually felt like you were playing in that era. And it's easily one.
I was low-key locked into 2K12 when they put this out. I was locked into this mode right here, trying to beat these modes and unlock all the teams. I was low-key locked in, bruh. Low-key.
One of the most history-focused modes 2K's ever had. And playing as Legends was awesome, but what if I told you 2K used to let you play as a 4-year-old kid at
Number 3.
At number 3, we have the kids team. Back in 2K12, there was a hidden team made entirely of kids. I mean, they legit had a 4-year-old kid who was 4'6". And the craziest part is, there's no explanation at all for why this team even existed. Some people think it might have been the developers' kids, or even Make-A-Wish kids who wanted to be in 2K. But no one actually knows why this was in the game. Either way, being able to put a team full of tiny 4-year-olds against the dream team, that honestly just sounds insane. And the funniest part, they were all pretty high overalls, and a 4'6" kid dunking on Kobe is just something that's insane to see in 2K. It's easily one of the strangest things they've ever had in the game, and playing with a team full of toddlers is definitely interesting, but what's even more interesting is what we have at
Number 2.
At number 2, we have cheat codes. One of the wildest things that we just talked about, being the kids team, that was actually a cheat code in 2K12, and that wasn't the only one. And they even had ones where you could add people like Mike Wang to the game. And you did that by typing in the 2K Sports team, and then you unlocked a team full of developers. A lot of people would definitely love if they could still put him into the game, because when he decides to patch your build, you could just load into a game against him and then just drop him off real quick. But cheat codes, they didn't even start in 2K12. For that, we go all the way back to the original NBA 2K on the Dreamcast. That's where you could type in codes that were straight up hilarious. You can make players tiny, turn everyone into massive 25-foot monsters, or give every player on the court a fat body. And for some reason, they also had a cheat code that made your coach have stomach pain the entire game, which I still have so many questions about. Maybe 2K had beef with some of the coaches, but over time, cheat codes basically got replaced by locker codes, and sadly, they're nowhere near the same at all. Locker codes today are almost exclusively for My Team packs or small amounts of free VC, and the days of typing in a code to unlock something crazy or unexpected, those are gone. And that's why this is easily one of the most interesting things that was in 2K. And cheat codes are wild, but not as wild as what we have at
Number 1.
At number 1, we have Diddy. If you typed in the cheat code "ain't no party like a Diddy party," you were actually
ain't no party like a Diddy party. So ain't no party like a Diddy party. That's
Number 1.
All jokes aside, at number 1, we have custom rosters in My Career. Back in older 2Ks, before starting your My Career, you could load up a custom roster and actually use it in your My Career instead of the default one. You could put legends on modern teams, add your friends to the game, or if you wanted to make things easy for yourself, you can make every player 25 overall and the shortest height possible. We just talked about the teams you unlock from cheat codes, and you could also add players from those teams as well. So that means you could play against Mike Wang or abuse a team full of 4-year-old kids. Whatever your
I used to put fucking all the legends on teams. I put all the legends on like the weaker teams. So that way all the teams could be overpowered as fuck. So that way, even if I got drafted to a weak team, I have a legend there waiting for me. So like 2K12, I put Shaq on the fucking. I put Michael Jordan on the. I always put Michael Jordan on the Bobcats because obviously that's his team. So I always put Michael Jordan on the Bobcats. I sent. I sent Larry Bird. I sent Larry Bird to the Hawks for obvious reasons. Come on, Larry Bird, Hawks, duh. I said Magic Johnson. I sent Magic Johnson to fucking where did I send Magic Johnson to? I sent Magic Johnson to Detroit because of him being playing for Michigan State. I was sending Shaq to fucking. I was sending Shaq to Utah. No. I sent Shaq to Utah. Magic Johnson, I would either send him to Detroit or I would send him to the Wizards because obviously Magic Johnson, Wizards. Duh. But then I sent I put like Allen Iverson, all type of dudes everywhere, bro. I used to play around with 2K a lot. I always make cause like if the roster wasn't gonna be up to date, I would at least at the bare minimum try to make it fun. I'd bring all the legends back, make it a fun season and shit like that. Make sure they overpowered as fuck. They the highest overalls. They 99 everything. They can do it all. And just go crazy. Make sure they play on weak teams so that way if I get drafted to a weak team, I already got a star players right there for me, waiting there for me. Make it super easy. I might do that when we go back to the older 2Ks. After we finish up 2K14, the next one is going to be 2K11. So, yeah.
Into the possibilities were endless, and it honestly kept my career feeling interesting and stopped it from getting boring. That being said, it was most likely removed because people abused it with the 25 overall method, but if that's the case, 2K should at least let us play my career in different eras, especially since those rosters are already in the game. But now, it feels like my career is almost entirely built around online play, and that hurts the experience for offline and casual players who just want something different. And that is 10 interesting things that 2K used to have. Let me know in the comments if I missed any, or which one's your favorite. I really appreciate all of you guys, and thank you so much for 6,000 subs. You guys are honestly the best, and I really just hope all of you just
Stay saucy.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, most definitely, man. Alright, this was a pretty solid one. I fuck with this one, gang. I fuck with this one. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, deuces.